Nearly 1,000 people filled the ballroom in the Hilton Cleveland Downtown to see District CEO Eric Gordon deliver his 6th State of the Schools address hosted by the City Club of Cleveland. During his speech, he encouraged the audience of community members, business leaders, city officials, CMSD educators, students, and families to stay the course with reforms, discussing the future of Cleveland schools by reflecting on the past.
So let's talk about the Cleveland plan.
My message today was that we've made progress and now we have a critical decision. Are we going to continue or are we going to start over? And my message, obviously, is let's continue the progress.
Progress like expanding high-quality preschool options and 85% of third graders passing the state's reading guarantee, plus a record-high graduation rate, up at least 14%. But there are still challenges that have been around for more than a century, a point the CEO revealed to the crowd through an article about Cleveland schools that he referenced during his speech.
This passage about the Cleveland plan was actually written by H.Q. Sargent, the school director of the Cleveland Public Schools in 1895, when in his annual message, his own State of the Schools address, he described the Cleveland community's efforts to improve their schools, an effort they called the Cleveland Plan.
I always want a frame that really helps us to think about the work thoughtfully. And so the article we found really captured the elements of what we're trying to do. And it was an article that people hadn't seen. And then the reveal, obviously, was they hadn't seen it because it was written in 1895. But it just points out that these are difficult challenges that we have been struggling with as a community for over 100 years. And one of the things that's great about Cleveland is we take on our own challenges. We come up with a plan, we execute it, we stay with it so that we'll get results.
In early childhood, third grade reading.
He illustrated those results with real CMSD students and even a future student joining him on stage.
I wanted people to visually see what their investment is for, from our littlest kindergartner to our largest senior. You know, I'm a data guy, but there's head and heart. And we have to understand that these numbers are those kids. And where those numbers are wrong, that's kids that aren't standing on that stage because of us. And so what are we going to do about it? And so I really wanted it to be a call to action, that this is way bigger than me or the numbers. It is about 39,000 children who are counting on us to solve these problems for them.
Jaden Ferris is one of those children. He struggled at first on his third grade reading assessments, but now he's a confident fourth grader with a plan for success.
Learn, read, and study. I love math.
Enthusiasm and progress, the CEO hopes, inspires the community as they decide on Issue 108 come November 8th. The no tax increase renewal levy will ask voters to renew their commitment to Cleveland's children for another 4 years.
We've invested into 4 years of the lifetime of a child. If you think about kindergarten to senior year, that's only a third of the way. So we have to make the next investment. That's Issue 108 on November 8th. And that investment then needs to continue to leverage the things that are working. Early childhood, reading on grade level at third grade, achieving and reading and math at 8th grade, graduating high school and being ready for college, and putting all the resources around those 5 touch points so that kids move successfully through the entire system. And then I actually had a baby join us on stage too, because it never stops. There's always another kindergartner who needs to go through that journey, and that was a reminder for us that this is a journey, not a destination.
Gordon was asked about his own journey during the Q&A portion, which was dominated by courageous CMSD students at the mic that got the CEO thinking.
Hi, my name is Delon Hendricks. I go to Wade Park. I'm 12 years old and I'm in the 7th grade. And my question is, what are your 3 biggest achievements of your career?
Wow. The 3 biggest achievements of my career. Boy, I don't know. I don't think of it in that kind of terms. I feel like in my own small way, because I'm perfectly clear that I'm one person out of 7,500 helping you and helping your peers. I feel like I've contributed. I feel like it matters that I work here in Cleveland for you and for your teachers. That to me is a big achievement. And it's why I'm in urban education. I actually at one point had left urban education and I came back. And I came back because I wanted to know that when I got home at the end of the night, what I had done that day really mattered. And I feel like that's true, and I feel like that's an accomplishment. And that doesn't probably answer your question exactly, but that's an accomplishment to me. that this room has 1,000 people in it that are here to make sure that we're staying focused on you. There are not many cities in the country where everybody in the community is staying focused on you, and I feel like I've contributed to that in some way. I didn't do it, lots of people did it, but I feel like I helped. That's where I find my accomplishment, is when I feel like at the end of the day, because of efforts that I made, things are a little bit better, and that they're going to keep getting a little bit better if I keep making those efforts. So that's a challenging question. I'm going to have to try to come back with 3 things, but for me, it is that. It's about how I keep helping every day.
The CEO received a standing ovation. He said the questions from students were tremendous, and they had people talking on Twitter too. Hashtag State of CMSD was trending for several hours. The City Club CEO even tweeted saying, "Anyone else think this might be the best State of CMSD ever?" If you want to see more highlights from the entire program, visit the CMSD News Bureau online at clevelandmetroschools.org/news. Reporting from the CMSD TV studio, I'm Shannon Kantner.